A blessed afternoon, Pastor John Anosike and Pastor Ola Anosike and Saints. My name is Denise Roman. What a privilege and honor it is to give my testimony. So I came to the ministry the beginning of this year. I've been watching it online last year since October. I actually was looking for a church that was doing healing services, but also a church where the power of God is and just something different from what I've been getting for the past 19 years. And it's through my sister's child who went blind due to diabetic complications that I was looking for a healing service. And then I went on Facebook last year and I was scrolling up and came across a few churches, but it was not what I wanted. So when Pastor John Anosike's the short clip of the preaching of the ministry went by, I looked at it and it was like, okay, I scrolled it up, but then something inside of me, I don't know, I just had to scroll back again. And so I opened up and wow. I must say, the tongues of fire did really capture my spirit. And that is where I wanted to know more. And for that day, I almost went through just a little over 10 of the clips that I've been watching. And I told myself, this is the church that I need to go to. And I remembered there was always hurdles and obstacles for me to get there last year, due to so many things that came up I was at a point where I did get so frustrated because it seems to me that I just could not get to this church. And so what made me more determined was I had a dream, a very sore dream about Pastor John Anosike. And I don't know Pastor John Anosike at all, but I had this dream, and I dreamed in my dream I was in this huge building and there were lots of people around me, and Pastor John and me was standing like in the middle of these people, and he said the people must make space. They must make space that what the side that was going towards the door. And he said, he looked at me and he said, I'm going to teach you today how to do spiritual warfare. And I did get so excited because spiritual warfare is, because I'm a prayer warrior, it's part of my passion and I just love it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I finally have somebody that have all this knowledge and everything, power and everything, that will now teach me how to do this. And I was so excited. And I remembered as he said, I must look to the doorway because something is going to come in by the doorway. And as I looked, there was like this type of whirlwind. It was a very strong wind. And he asked me, am I ready? And I looked at him and I said, yes, I'm ready. But that is where I don't know what happened. And that is where I came out of the dream. And I told myself, oh my gosh, I need to get to this church because there is something for me. I know there is something for me. So I remembered going to this church, and it was the beginning of this year, and there was teaching going out about spiritual warfare, and I was like, oh my gosh, everything was just lining up. And what was so amazing, I didn't know the church, the new church that Pastor them went into. I did not see the church. I never saw the church at all. But this church was the same church that they moved in the new year. When I put my foot in the church, the beginning of January. When I walk in there the first time, I sit in the chair and I look around and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the same church that was in my dream. Even where the doorway was, it was the same church. And I was so excited because I was like, okay, God, you are now really showing off. And I was so excited because I know now I was at the right place. And God is going to do a great work. And especially after the teaching of the spiritual warfare, the monitoring spirits, all of that, and even the conference, mind-blowing. And I was just that sponge soaking up. And what was so amazing, I remember coming to the Lord 19 years ago and having that passion to serve the Lord and that fire inside of me. God really blessed me with the power of the Holy Spirit inside of me. I'm very sensitive to God's Spirit, and somehow along these 19 years, I became a lukewarm Christian, and I did get so frustrated at times because that is what I really wanted, is the power of God that's inside of me, that is with me wherever I go. But what was so amazing, stepping this year into the ministry of Pastor John Anosike, and I remember that Sunday, God really delivered me, He revived me, He restored me. Coming home that Sunday, I remember just tears falling from my eyes. Something was happening still inside of my spirit. There was still the power of the Holy Spirit with me. And I remember 3 days non-stop, my tears did flow. And then that is what happened the first day I gave my heart to the Lord. For almost a week, my tears just flow, and God's Spirit was just all around me, in me, and I was just hunger for God and longing for Him. And that same thing happened the beginning of this year, and I'm so thankful for Pastor John Anosike and Pastor Olaf for the ministry and for what you guys are doing in the lives of people, bringing something new and something so powerful to the lives of the saints. And even the conference, the Friday of the conference, I've been watching it on Facebook, and I remembered we did have load shedding at 10 o'clock, so our Wi-Fi was also off. So I bought data for me from the app on my phone, and 20 minutes into the service again, the signal was a problem, and the picture stood still on where Pastor was with the mic standing, but there was already miracles taking place around him as he did move in the church. And so I remembered us, my husband was already sleeping with my other a child, and I was with the other child of mine on her bed, and I said, listen here. She was busy doing her own thing, and I said, listen here, you got to see this miracles, the miracles that's taking place in the service. And she just looked, and she went back to her own thing. But I lay next to her, and I've been watching. So I could already feel the presence of God. I could already feel the power of God just by it was almost like I was there in the service myself. But the thing is, what really gripped me was that when the clip of the service got stuck and it was just loading, I remembered using as the phone was on my left hand side, I remember using my right hand side, my finger, and I was just pressing on the circle that was busy loading, and it was so frustrating because nothing did came through. But I remember the last time as I was pressing, it was almost like a thunderstruck of power that really went through my right hand up into my arm, and it would started to shake uncontrollably. I remembered putting the phone in the other hand, and the same thing happened to the other end. And I told my daughter, I'm coming now. I just left everything on the bed. The first thing and the closest thing to run into was the bathroom, and I ran into the bathroom. As I was just closing the door, the power of God came over me. I found myself on the bathroom floor, crying out to Him, longing for Him, that hunger inside of me. I was just in the Spirit. So I really do take these things really seriously, because I know how my beginning of this thing started, and how I lost it along the way, this precious oil, how I lost it along the way, and how I find it again. So I'm just forever thankful to God for sending the men of God my way, and really to be revived again is amazing, for giving another chance to do it again for Christ. It is mind-blowing for me. So I just want to thank Pastor John and Pastor Ola Anosike for putting your lives on the altar. May God bless you richly, and may He bless you, your children, and may we also build a wall of fire protection around you guys. You are in my prayers, and I do appreciate you guys so very much. I am so blessed to have you guys in my life. I am so blessed. This is my training ground again, and I won't take it for granted. I am the sponge, as I've said. I will soak up everything to take back and to go bless back into my community. So God bless you guys. I do appreciate you, and stay blessed. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
special announcement from the office of the Bondservant of Christ, John Anosike. Please beware of fake accounts on social media, be it Facebook, YouTube, and all others impersonating the man of God, asking for funds from people. Please note, Pastor John does not have any orphanage in Nigeria or in any country, nor does he ask anyone to donate to any orphanage. Also note that the only official page of the man of God, Pastor John Anosike, is the one with over 451,000 followers. Our YouTube channel also has over 155,000 subscribers. Note that the man of God does not chat, send friend requests, nor inbox people on social media, be it Messenger or WhatsApp. Therefore, anyone doing such is false and should be treated as such. This is a notice that you are informed and sensitized to be alert and vigilant. Stay connected and keep subscribing to the teachings of the Bondservant of Christ, John Anosike.
Due to malicious and fraudulent activities, please note that these are the only official 2 accounts of the ministry. For EFT or bank transfer, bank, First National Bank, FNB, account name, New World Faith Ministries, account number 622-67035048, branch, Woodstock, branch code 250655, SWIFT code FIRNZAJJ. Building project banking details. City of Sons. Bank, First National Bank, FNB. Account name, New World Faith Ministries. Account number 623-569-03578. Branch code 250655. Branch, Woodstock. SWIFT code FIRNZAJJ. To give online, kindly visit our website and use the following link: www.spiritrevelationchurch.org/give. Here, you can give via PayFast for those that are in Southern Africa, and PayPal for international donations.
Good news for all those living in West Africa. For your giving and donations, here are the only official and approved banking details. Name: Ikechukwu John Anosike. Account number 1170020753. Bank: Zenith Bank.
Please note that the following is our official and only PayPal email for the ministry: donations@spiritrevelationchurch.org. Kindly report any suspicious activities to our emergency line, +27 63 423 5895, or email info@spiritrevelationchurch.org.